And we're back with another episode of Let's Play King's Quest for the Perils of Rosella. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And now we must seek out the Pandora's box. So, easier said than done. And this, again, is probably one of the more time-consuming endeavors. Definitely the most dangerous endeavor for us to do. So hopefully we can do it, but we'll see what happens. Because it's easier said than done. And again, we got to collect a series of items before we can do really anything constructive. So let's actually get a little closer here to the skull before we do anything. Let's go ahead and make a slight save. Because let's see what happens. So we've got these witches here. 3 old one-eyed cronies inhabit this dreary cave. They possess a glass eye, which they pass from one another that enables them to see. Through the glass eye, they each in turn peer at you with a frightened mixture of curiosity and malice. So what we want to kind of do is just hang out here, and one of them's going to start approaching us. Let's let this witch kind of come towards us a little bit, then we're going to come over here. Ah, crap, I screwed it up. Like I said, that's why we save. This could take an attempt or two. You knew you needed a hot bath, but not this hot. Oh, no. Damn. Well, seems like you got yourself in a stew once again. Let's restore. And let's try again, shall we? This takes a couple of attempts, I am not going to lie. Because they're going to have the eye. She's going to pass the eye over. We need this eye in ways that you may not actually fully understand. Let's see here. Yeah, so it's a timing issue as well. So we can't just go up there and grab the eye. We have to do it as the witches are passing the eye from one witch to the other. Nope. Got too close again. And yeah, you're forced to watch this. It's your punishment for failing. Or rather, my punishment for failing. No! Okay, let's try again. See if we can restore from the quick save. Yeah, see there, the quick save's great. So, like I said, we'll wait for her to pass the eye. There we go. Give us back our eye, the old witch pleads. I know the text was there saying that we, you know, got the eye. You look at the glass eye and it stares right back at you. Quickly, you put it back in your pocket so as not to give your location away to the 3 witches. Alright, so we're going to leave. And then we're going to go back. And then, as you re-enter the dismal cave, the 3 one-eyed witches throw something towards you, which lands on the ground. Here, take it, they cry. It'll ward off the undead. You need it. Now, please, give us back our eye. Alright. Let's grab it. And we'll give them back their stupid eye. You throw the glass eye to the 3 old hags, who once again take turns peering at you. Come closer, dear one says. We'd like to give a little gift to you. Do not go near them. Because the cake is always a lie. Alright, so we made it out of there relatively safe. Let's go ahead and kind of go down this way. So we're going to go back to an area we've already visited. But by waiting till now to do it, we have all the tools and equipment we need to do everything in the area. Poof, you're a little froggy. And again, we're going to make another save. You notice I'm doing these, like, small saves a lot. Because this whole area is pretty rough. Let's go into our inventory and grab the lantern like that. Using the flint attached to the oil lantern, you light it. The lantern burns with a bright glow. Let's go ahead and get this ready, and let's go. Now, some of you might be like, you could have done this earlier. Not quite. So we're going to be chased by this caveman. Or orc or goblin, whatever you want to call it. We just got to kind of keep avoiding him, because he's going to keep chasing us. He moves, I want to say, a hair faster than us, but... or even maybe the same speed, but you can usually outrun him. Surprisingly, the trolls... it's a troll. The troll stops chasing you. You wonder what could scare the dreadful monster off. We know what scared him off. Let's go ahead and make a little save. I know, so many little saves. Because... as the game's called The Perils of Rosella, we are now set with a peril here. Feeling in the dark, you manage to place the board across the crevice. Now you can cross it safely. Sort of, because you can get up to it, and if you don't perfectly walk across this fucking thing, you fall off. Feeling in the dark again, you manage to pick up the board without dropping it into the crevice. So that's good. And then we'll go ahead and head out. Okay. Let's go ahead and now make a save, because we're going to be running into goofiness again. We do not want to go in the swamp water. So instead of typing jump 50, 60 some odd times, the game is a little forgiving. We want to land on these little grass tufts here. Originally, I believe you had to write jump. And I remember writing it several times just to get across, but now we just can do this. It's so much faster. Unless you're really fast at typing, which I am pretty fast typer. Now, some of you might be saying, you could have come here earlier and done this. You're right, I could have. But I would not been able to complete this last part coming up here. The tree is small and scrawny. It looks like it's taken almost every ounce of its strength to produce this one wondrous fruit. Ooh! A huge cobra protects the small tree that bears the wondrous fruit. The fruit that your father's life depends on. You see a single glistening fruit upon the scrawny tree. Now, we can't make this jump. It's kind of a trap. So we'll put that out. Let's make a save, because there's a chance you can still fall off the plank if we're not careful with how we walk across it. And now we're on the island. Let's grab the flute, which is what we actually needed to do this. Nervously, you raise the flute to your mouth and begin to play a melodic tune to the big cobra, who begins to sway with the music. Soon, the snake is mesmerized by it and falls into a hypnotic trance. Let's grab the fruit. And thus, we have gotten the fruit that will save the king, but we don't have the means to escape this place yet. So you can get the fruit. Technically, we could have gotten the fruit earlier. It makes a lot of sense to just kind of hold out until we're ready to do it. And since we're in this area and we have the flute, may as well do it now. Like a heavy blanket, darkness enfolds you. And that's the other thing too, is if you don't have everything you need, by nightfall, things get kind of weird. So that's why this is a good time to be doing this. Okay, let's get back safely here. Alright, once we get there, it's pretty much the home stretch. So remember, this story takes place over the course of a 24-hour period, so keep that in mind as we now have to make our way back. And yes, we have to avoid the troll again, but we also got to cross that precipice, that chasm. We got to get close enough to do it. Again, we'll save. Grab the plank. Alright. Let's get on the board. All right, let's make a save. Because now we gotta navigate these tunnels without getting caught by the troll. The cave troll. Which is easier said than done. As here he comes. And we're just continuing to make a break for it. Go, Rosella, go, go, go. And let's get out of here. Whew. We lucked out. Let's make a save. Okay. Well, good for us. We made it through. As we now got to go back to the big giant house we saw earlier. And we're going to knock some stuff out there. As we head into the house. Because at nighttime, it's going to be a little different. What's that you hear? Why? It's the sound of a crying baby. And it's coming from upstairs. Okay, let's go upstairs. What's a baby doing in here? Aw, poor baby. We're coming, little guy. You hungry? I'm pretty sure Rosella isn't providing food, quote unquote. This old dust baby nursery must have once been a cheery place. Now, through neglect, cobwebs decorate the corners, wallpaper peels from the walls, and dust covers the nursery furniture. The baby cradle rocks to and fro as a baby's voice wails from within. Let's get closer here. You reach your hand into the rocking cradle and feel around. There is nothing there but a strange coldness. A shiver runs down your spine as an unseen baby continues its incessant crying. Aww, it's a ghost baby. Poor ghost baby. I like it. It's like rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. And it's all like sad sounding. It's supposed to be anyway. As we will now head down. Now this part's kind of wonky because, yeah, if we don't have the black scarab, we are very much screwed. But let's take a look at our inventory. We haven't looked at it in a while anyway. Because we want to take a few looks. We can turn this off now. Let's, speaking of the scarab, there it is. The obsidian charm is skillfully carved in the form of a scarab beetle. At the moment, it glows with a strong light. If Janesta is right, this magic fruit can save your dying father. You must do everything in your power to bring it home before it's too late. All right, now let's go ahead and get our shovel ready. And what we're looking... So, that's a ghost baby. We need to appease the ghost baby. In some way, shape, or form. Any way that we can. Poor ghost baby. And if we go through these, one of these here, we'll reference a baby to the ever-living memory of, Hiram Bennett, baby son of Edward and Sarah Bennett, who by a sudden surprise fell asleep the 11th day of November, 1553, age 6 months. So that's clearly a terrifying zombie senses your obsidian scarab and immediately retreats and goes back to whence it came. So we clearly need to go check out what's over here in the graveyard. Don't worry, these guys will keep popping up, but the scarab kind of makes them go away from us. You carefully dig a small hole in the poor baby's grave. What is this? You uncovered a silver baby rattle. You bend down, pick it up, and carry it with you. Again, the zombies can't hurt us. Let's keep moving. And let's take a look at it. This small silver rattle must have belonged to an unfortunate child that now haunts the nursery. Poor guy. Well, let's get it back to him. Poor little baby. Alright. Let's go appease crying baby with wonderful rattle. You drop the silver rattle into the baby cradle. As you do so, the crying of the baby ghost and the rocking of the cradle cease. You breathe a big sigh of relief. Suddenly, you hear a terrible rattling at the chains, a rattling of chains from downstairs. What could this be? The sound of loud moaning and the rattling of heavy chains disturbs you. Hello? The ghost of a stooped old miser trudges through the house, lugging heavy chains behind him. He moans loudly in frustration as he appears to be searching for something he can't find. So the clue... The first one's clue is it's a baby. This one's clue is perhaps that he is a miser? Let's go back to the graveyard and snoop around yet again. There's graveyards on both sides, but the first two are, I believe, in the same area. Sleepeth here in peace, and as an honorable man, valiant soldier, he serves no. Dear wife, that something is part of the most of life. Shrubs wither, and all earth must rot. Shrubs may revive, but you, thank heaven, will not. Oh boy. Here lies Newbury Will. His life was finished because he took ill, but none'll miss him. He should have been wiser. Tis his own fault for being such a miser. Okay, so we found the miser's grave. Let's get to digging. Again, the zombies don't do anything to us. You dig a small hole at the grave of the old miser. Aha, you found a bag of gold coins. Alright, and now let's go ahead and head back. And clearly we're going to give these coins to that particular ghost. You open the bag, look inside, and see many shiny gold coins. You close the bag as to not lose any. Sometimes you have to enter a room and then re-enter one. You offer the bag of gold coins to the old miser ghost. He greedily snatches it from your hands and then promptly disappears. So another ghost is down. The sound of sorrowful weeping floats down from upstairs. Ghost Nappa! Aw, what's this? You see a sad ghost of a beautiful young woman. She sits in her rocking chair and weeps as if her heart will break. Okay, so that's the only clue we're given. Now this particular ghost's grave is actually on the opposite side of the house. So let's head over that way. Betty Cowden. Here lieth the body of Betty Cowden, who would live longer, but she Cowden. Sorrow and grief made her decay when she lost her love at sea one day. This is actually her. Was that? I'm just surprised that was that close. Because I've... Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of a different one. The heck? I'm just digging holes in random places. And you carefully dig a small hole at the sad lady ghost's grave. Yeah, you found a lovely locket. You bend down, pick it up, and carry it with you. So we now have the locket. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh. There's the locket. Small locket attached to a thin chain. You hand the lovely locket to the distraught ghost. The locket seems to make her very happy as she vanishes into thin air. What was that? A loud wailing sound comes from downstairs. The sound of anguished wailing reaches you. So I think to make this one appear, we gotta go here. Here. Maybe over here. Leave the house and come back. I believe he's in this hall somewhere, but... What is that? A loud wailing sound comes from downstairs. We are downstairs. Perhaps it is in here. Could have sworn he appears in the front hall area. Oh, there he is. We've encountered a gentleman ghost of the distinguished lord of the manor. He wails despondently as he seems to be looking for something he desperately wants. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head this way. Dude's missing a leg, which is kind of the giveaway. How does one technically lose their leg? They either were once a pirate, or they were something else. Sleepeth here in peace, an honorable man, a valiant soldier. He served his country well. Lord Coningsby. It's the only lord I think you can find. Everybody else is like a... They have different roles, or they just have the rhyming scheme going for them. So this should reveal to us... You dig a small hole at the grave of the lord of the manor. Gotcha. You have found an impressive military award. You bend down, pick it up, and carry it with you. Again, that's the whole point of the leg missing. Clearly, you lose it usually in something like war or combat. So we have the medal. Let's see if we can walk in here and then get him to spawn. Yeah, this one's a little wonky. He doesn't like to come out sometimes. I'm assuming, because normally I don't remember it being this difficult. He usually just appears. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Why is he not showing up? We have what he wants. Let me just exit the house and go back in. But I am downstairs. There he is. You offer the order of merit to the wailing ghost. He takes it from your hands with great reverence. Satisfied, he vanishes into thin air. And away he goes. So, but what is this? A cute little boy ghost suddenly appears. He grins mischievously at you, begins to giggle, and runs from the room. Where do you think you're going, little buddy? So, of course, nothing's ever this easy. We gotta kind of hunt him down here. You hear naughty giggling as the little boy ghost runs from the room. Let's keep following him. The little boy ghost laughs and refuses to budge from his seat on top of the chest. It might help if he had a toy to play with. The ghost of the little boy giggles and teases as he sits on the chest. All right, let's go back down. And this time he's good at the graves, or good at the grave, I think, of his is on the right side of the house. So we'll head that way. And then we have to appease him. And for anybody wondering, I believe this is the last ghost. Is down we go. Dentist Brown. Stranger approached the spot with gravity. John Brown is filling his last cavity. At length, my friends, the feast of life is o'er. I've eat sufficient, and I'll drink no more. My night is come. I've spent a jovial day. 'Tis time to part, but oh, what is to pay? Reader, here lies 5046, but forbear to read more without tear. One, and I cannot speak the rest. You may weep, I'll smite my breast. Grief preventing, and this stone too small to be written on. Only this, a little boy, Willie, in Abram's bosom laid. Okay, so a little boy. Let's dig up this one. Oh, we broke the shovel. Well, crap. Let's see what we can do now that the shovel's broken. Not remember if we can find another one or if somebody can fix it. We'll figure it out. Ignore him for the time being. I just want to double check if it was that there another one reappears or we can find a way to fix it. So I think once it's broken, it's broken. Yeah. You should expect from the daughter of King Grim you are still carrying the useless broken shovel with you. Yeah, this complicates things a little further because I don't remember this ever happening to me. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restore this save. This save. This is before the shovel broke. But I still think it's gonna break. Yeah. So let's restore here. And I'm way over here. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and appease all the ghosts again. And not dig. I guess I may have dug one hole too many. And that's probably what happened. So let me deal with that real quick. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So I haven't tried digging yet. So we're going to find out if there is a finite amount of digging you can do. And let's see what happens. So you dig a small hole and the little boy's ghost of the little boy ghost's graves. Aha, you've uncovered a toy horse. Okay, so there's clearly a finite amount of times you could use the shovel. That was something I was not aware of. I thought that there's just a random chance it would break. I tried it out. It seems like there's a fixed amount of times you can use the shovel, allegedly. But at this point, it doesn't matter, for we have done what needs to be done. We've dudded what needed to be dooded. So let's continue. And then we'll follow him up. And then we will pull out the little toy. You give the toy horse to the little boy ghost in hopes that he will vanish like the others before him. For a moment, you fear that he will not, as he takes time to examine it carefully. Suddenly, he grins at you and in a twinkling disappears. You peek into the open chest and find an old set of sheet music. You take the sheet music and carry it with you. So thus we get the sheet music. You can barely make out the old song written on the sheet music. Let us now skedaddle down the stairs, as we still got a little bit more we can do. But with all, I will say this though, but with all the ghosts, I guess, satiated, happy, this is a great place for us to stop right now. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HectorStudios for more live gaming action. Because when we come back, we find, hopefully, we'll find Pandora's box without any other complications. And see what Lolote has in store for us. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you guys next time.